What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being sucked. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. And this is just so unreal. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about it because I just think it's so ridiculous. Love and Marriage Huntsville, I'm not watching the new season. I haven't been. And I guess the show was on hiatus for a few weeks. And another episode came on last week, so I didn't watch it. But I saw this clip on Instagram, and I wanted to talk about this because the show is so devolved. I don't know how many more seasons Carlos is going to try to squeeze out of this dried up fruit that it once was. Because I felt that in the beginning it had promise, but after seeing how he has allowed the perpetrator of mental, emotional abuse and possibly physical, because just seeing his aggression and his actions, I would not be surprised if that's what Melody had encountered in her relationship and marriage with Hotel Holt. And that's her story to tell. But the fact that he has been propped up all of these years, continuing to be able to be on this show, he doesn't deserve to have any cameras on him unless it's a news camera locally that's following him into a courthouse or possibly into a jail where he is being locked up for some actions that he has done. But this show has so devolved into the love and hip hop genre that I have not watched in years either. It's just pathetic. So I want to talk about this because the fact that Destiny came on this show this season to go at it with her ex-boyfriend and his new wife, even though I'm not a fan of the two of them either. But yet and still, she was married. She can't discuss her ex-husband for whatever reasons. And she just recently was found liable or guilty or whatever the terms are for her situation civilly in her divorce that was reopened by her ex-husband for some things that he alleged. And now she's having to pay the price for it. She can't even talk about that. Can't talk about her relationship with her ex-husband. Can't even say on camera, I'm not at liberty to discuss anything about my former marriage. Can't talk about her child, but yet you're on a reality show to confront your ex-boyfriend and his current wife. I don't know how anybody can see that and think that that makes any type of sense, because it doesn't. But also the ridiculousness of it is the fact that she came on the show as a friend to Melody and Hotel. And although she's still apparently friends with Hotel, she's no longer friends with Melody. So why is it that you would want to go on a girls' trip that's being sponsored, if you will, by this woman that you say you're no longer friends with, and she's had a number of negative things to say about her, which in my personal opinion, I feel that it is definitely from a space of envy and jealousy, as well as resenting her own actions that caused her to be in a place where she's on the outs with Melody. So I want to play this clip, and then I'm going to continue with my thoughts.
Me and Trish and myself were working out. We talked about Martell and Trish.
Ooh. Martell and Trish.
Yeah.
What is Martell and Trish?
Right.
In the same sentence.
Right. Well, Stormy brought up the fact that Martell said that Trish had been to his house multiple times. And Trish said that that wasn't true, that they communicated via DM, and that they were just cool.
Goes down his DM for real.
I mean, were they in each other's DM for interest?
Yes.
Apparently, yeah.
So he saw Trisha's workout pictures like Megatron, and he hit her DM first?
We don't know the time.
No, I'm just saying who hit up who first, not a timeline.
Martell.
I'm just saying who hit who.
I don't know.
We're going to have plenty of time to ask her all the questions we need to ask her.
You're going to be able to ask her questions.
Did she tell her?
I didn't. No, I didn't. Would you like to know?
No. Not looking your faces.
No, you should know, honestly, because I have this.
Say no wine. Why we didn't open this earlier? Oh, wait.
Twist the top. Take it out. Okay. Mel is hosting a girls trip. And she invited all the ladies. And so I told her that I would like to bring a +1. And she said, sure, okay, because I'm going to bring...
Did you tell her it was Destiny?
So she said that she's going to bring some of her single friends. She didn't give us the name of them friends.
You so tough.
So...
Don't give you this bottle back.
No, Destiny. You're not going to think about it?
When the last time you came to a party uninvited to Melody?
This is for real. Every single trip that we've taken, every single one, even though they're not perfect, at the end, we usually accomplish some type of resolve. Maybe this is the trip for y'all.
This is Destiny's group of friends. Like, why not invite her on the girls' trip? At the end of the day, Melody did say she's going to invite some of her single friends. Destiny is single, so they can have some fun together.
At this point, we're not all going to be besties.
Oh, no.
However, for all of us to be able to hang out together and be cordial, I think is a goal.
I'm going to pray on that one.
On the trip?
Yeah.
Okay, God gonna say
I'm
come.
pray with you too. You better pack your bag, bitch.
Listen, the shade of them talking about, well, God said go. We already know what that's about, right? But listen, and I don't think this was Melody's doing. The flyer that was made up for the trip. Carlos is such a copycat Ultimate Girls Trip. Now, we know that the Real Housewives have had the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, so the flyer says Ultimate Girls Trip. You couldn't think of another phrase, Carlos. But anyway, these three ladies, Kimmi, Tisha, and Destiny sitting around, whenever I see them together, all I see is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. In those relationships, they never work out. No matter how long they may try to hang on by a thread to make it seem like, oh, we're great friends, we're besties, we're whatever. You're only linked up with Destiny because Destiny and Melody are no longer cool. Like, seriously. So to see them all sitting around talking about, well, Melody's having a girls' trip. She said she's inviting some of her single friends. You're single, so you can come too. Like, what does that have to do with her? And the fact that she's still even on the show. Honestly, the fact that the show still even exists. Let's just go there. But them sitting around and talking about the newest person on the show and how Martell was in her DMs and whatever. Like, why are y'all even discussing that? Oh, let me guess. Because this is Melody's ex-husband, and it just, for them, further drives the story of how, Martell was out here in these streets and just getting some type of joy out of that. Melody has been moved on. She said years ago, sign the papers. Okay. She's good on him. So them sitting around talking about this girl being in his DMs and talking about, it's just like weird sitting around watching them discussing this. It just makes all of them look ugly in my personal opinion. And just being so obsessed with talking about other people's business. Like, what's going on with yourselves? What's going on in your own lives? It's just weird. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick, because when I saw that, I just couldn't. I again went back to, why is Destiny still on reality TV? She's got a whole lot of stuff going on personally that she really needs to address and discuss. And I don't think that these reality show checks and even the social media checks are cutting it. She might need to come up with some skill, go to school for a trade, something, so that she can get herself on a path. She's not too old to do it. Like, do it now. I'm actually trying to be, I wouldn't say trying to be supportive, but I'm trying to give some good advice, because this entertainment stuff, this reality TV show, it's not for everybody. It's not for a lot of people that are on it. Let's just be clear. But some people, they love the attention that they get. They love the, getting new followers and whatever. But all of that stuff doesn't equal money. And right now she has a really huge burden on her financially and some other things coming up criminally. It's like, I would be far from this. But I guess if right now this is the only steady paycheck that she's getting, she kind of has to get those checks too. But she might want to be trying to get something else going on and getting her life in order, because this ain't it. Sitting around talking about Melody and going on a girls' trip and, getting uncomfortable because her ex-boyfriend's new wife is going to be there. It's just, it's so cringe. So I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. You can let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Thanks for being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.